We've split up all day, spent 6 or 8 hours with 3 vehicles and probably 500 miles, all to come down to this last hour here. And we've probably got about 3,000 mallards in a cornfield. This could be lights out tomorrow. But look at this. There is no X, because look over here and then look over there, and it doesn't really matter.
Got a break, guys. Ready? Kill him.
Dude, it's snowing so bad you can't see, but it won't come on. We had 3 or 4 vehicles out scouting, and who knows how many miles. I know we drove probably 200 or 250, and finally found some. Just saw some birds going down and went over that way, and then there was a little water hole, and it was just covered up in ducks. And then, you know, it's about 30 minutes before sunset, so they start getting up to go feed. We get on them and follow them. Probably went, I don't know, what did we follow them? 4 miles, I think. Right to a spot, and it was the mother lode.
Came out early this morning, made sure we got the field, got everything set up. It's real cold this morning. East wind, and it should be coming right at us, coming out of the northwest, so should be a good hunt. If it's a newer field that you're trying to get them into and you want to be very excited with those birds, you want them to know that there's food there, there's other birds there, they are excited. You want to whine to these birds, sound like the young hens that they're full of corn, they've been eating, there's food here, get down here and eat. But again, if they know there's food there, you're on the X, you know that's where they want to be natural with them. Just give them a few quacks, a few feeder chuckles here and there. They've already been there. They're coming back anyway. We got out there, thought that we were right on the X. We were right where they wanted to be. We had flocks of 400 or 500 mallards coming into us, and they would not decoy. They made several passes. We quickly learned that if we weren't going to get 2 or 3 birds out of that group on the first 2 or 3 passes, that we were not going to get those larger flocks into the decoys that morning.
Killing mallards in the field. It's definitely my favorite way to shoot ducks is in a field. Need cold weather. Chances are they're going to be big bunchers, or they're going to be coming out of big bunches. They really have. I mean, getting them on the ground is not that hard. It doesn't seem as hard as it is to get them, you know, on the water. They want to get down and they want to have that food, and it's awesome to watch. Definitely my favorite way to hunt mallards is in a field.
Got a drake, guys. Ready? Kill him. we moved the decoys several times, tried the mojos, put the mojos in different spots. We moved the blinds into a brush row on the edge of the field that we were close to. There was no way you could see those blinds, and the birds just could not get in that field. They did not want to get in that field. We called to them, tried calling, lots of calling, loud calling, soft calling. It was just one of those days where you were going to have a very difficult hunt, and they were not going to cooperate with whatever you were handing them.
When you see ducks in a field, they're hard to see. So I mean, I always like to have a lot of full body mallards out there. You can use full body geese. That's a lot of visibility. A lot of mallards don't care. They'll come right into that. I like to have a lot of numbers, because I mean, if you're going to see them out there, that's what they're going to be, is a lot of numbers, but they're still hard to see. So keep the visibility up.
Specs.
Really?
Sorry, dude. I thought I'm waiting for you to call it.
I'm not calling no more. I'll do that alone.
Don't get mad. You got mailers locked up. You said you wanted a spec to take home, so I took care of it for you. We had been dealing with a weather pattern throughout the week that was constantly changing. That morning, it turned extremely cold. We had a very gusty wind, made it difficult for birds to get into where they wanted to be. In that field where we were, it was very narrow, and it almost appeared that the birds had been in there for several days before we got there. The food source was depleted, and we thought we were on the X. We knew we were on the X based on what we seen the night before, but they just did not want to get in there. Made for a very difficult hunt.
So yeah, you think the way things had went up there, when you find the X like that, the next day is usually going to be pretty darn good, and it was. It could have been real good, but it was. When they started coming, they all started coming, all at once, and it was every bird in the county from all directions were coming there. And you know, you can work a wad of 300 mallards in a field and get them to finish in there nice, but when you got another 300 just downwind, and they're just everywhere. When they're coming from everywhere, it makes it hard. They're all looking, and they're all getting skittish, and it's hard to get them all, or any of them really, to do the exactly right thing. But it was fun to see that. It was pretty insane to see that.
Setup's gonna be pretty good for what we got.
Shut up!